Once considered to be a failure, a D-class supervillain, a bad mother, is now the ruler of Redport. With an iron fist, we are back with Minor Threats, Volume 2, The Fastest Way Down. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about comic books and stuff. Sit back, relax, and let me tell you a story. A story about a city where supervillains fighting each other for a bag of money is a normal Friday. Now, usually all you could do was cower in fear, but thanks to Frankie, that has changed. Not only do the supervillains help you fix your store, you also get a cut of the money to fix the damages caused by them. This was the Frankie way. This was the Playtime way. You see, after the events of the last video, Frankie gained power. She brought order to the once chaotic city of Redport. Not only were supervillains now protected, she was doing good. She was living high and mighty, making sure to take a percentage of everyone that works underneath her. Slow but steady, she built herself an empire, a literal empire. She had a tower and everything. But even if you could teach a dog new tricks, you can never change his coat. She was uncomfortable. This wasn't her. It's all well and good that she's making bank now, but should she be in such a very obvious spot? But the doctor made it clear that this was the only logical move. She was now too big. She had to be in multiple places. You can't be going out on the streets no more. You ain't a goon. You a boss now. You can make boss moves. But this was the game. Frankie loved the game. But she seemed to love the doctor a whole lot more because she listened when she spoke. And she made up her mind, okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's try your way first. So it was decided. The following day, Frankie went to see an old friend, the one man who made all this possible, Brain Teaser himself. You see, Frankie had to come visit him because not only did he take the fall for what she did, but his continued silence on the matter helped it grow. And so she made his life comfortable, but this visit was also to remind him to shut up. If he talks too much, everything could come crashing down. Unbeknownst to them, someone was listening in on their conversation, someone hiding in another person's neck. This was a jail for supervillains. You can expect nothing less. After their conversation, he went back to living like a king in prison, and Frankie found out that some of her packages that she stole have been stolen from her. Someone had crossed the line. We discovered that this someone was a group of supervillains calling themselves the Holiday Squad. Each and every one of them had a theme for a holiday. Frankie was on timing. She wanted to go out and hunt them down. But the doctor made it clear that, yo, you are a boss now. You have people for this. And besides, you have another date with someone else. And she really did. Remember, I told you she was now beloved by the city. She opened a freaking play park for the kids. For once, the city had someone who truly loved it. She was kind of bummed out. Her kid wanted to be a superhero, but right now, her life was good. Even her prick ex wanted a piece of her, to the disdain of the doctor, like, keep your hands off my girl. Life was good. They had another meeting back at the office, and it was being fumigated because they had a magical infestation. Pixies were like rats in their world. Sitting before them, though, was the realtor of this fine building. He was apologizing for the infestation, and he was expressing that his future plans for the city are going to be great. But Frankie didn't care. She just wanted to make it better, not change it up, which is what he was offering. He wanted to chase people out, build shiny new buildings, and charge super expensive rates. But Frankie wasn't having it. She said, get the hell out of my face. She was in a bad mood. And so she went into the meeting with the supposed thieves of her stolen goods, angry. She came to them as a boss and made a request. Return my goods and this will all be fine. Bygones be bygones. But these guys were not listening. You see, they liked the status before. They do not want it to change. The roads are our territory. As long as we got it off the roads, you have no claim to them. But this was a mistake. Frankie was angry, but they didn't care. They had the numbers. They said, come get this smoke. And she really was coming to get that smoke till the doctor stopped her, making them look weak. This team decided to flex, calling them little girls that are playing costume. And Frankie took this as disrespect. She was about to blow their heads off, but the doctor stopped her again. Frankie was pissed off. It seemed like every day recently, when she wants to do something, the doctor is always stopping her. They had a good relationship. She didn't want to mess that up, so she played it cool for now. This is when we are introduced to Backdrop. You see, he was hired by the doctor to watch Frankie's back. His abilities allow him to blend, so he was there every day. Not only was he her driver, he was her personal shadow. And that personal shadow was about to see some really, really fucked up shit. Because right outside, the Holiday Squad were feeling themselves. They thought they had won. They thought they had dissed our boss and gotten away with this. They thought they were the shit. Come to find out that their package they had left was already taken. But not just taken, something was waiting for them. Someone was waiting for them. Playtime was waiting for them. Because you see, she doesn't take forgiveness. Nah, she gets revenge. Her shadow was wondering what was happening, but then he saw one of the supervillains get split in half because Playtime was riding a freaking weaponized tricycle with the front blades popping claws and ripping him apart. Seeing this, he was shocked. What the hell? But she wasn't done. She had on a Rubik's Cube. She tossed at the ghost of Halloween and he got drilled. Literally, it drilled into his body like a chainsaw. Trying to gain the upper hand, the Thanksgiving-themed supervillain shot his gun and it clocked her bike, yes, but she wasn't done. With one click of her remote, the big wheel popped off, popping claws and tearing his arm off. She was butchering these folks. The Easter holiday-themed villain thought he could run away, but she had backup. She had a literal Green Man army with fully functional weapons. He just aimed for his fuel tank and popped him like a balloon. Frankie was on a rampage. You see, Shorty was traumatized. Every single one of her ops looked like the same man. The man who put fear in her body. She was seeing the insomniac everywhere. Sadly, she wasn't watching her back because Father Christmas thought he was smart to strike her there. She was still seeing the insomniac, so she simply just froze him and clocked his head off. Because even if life is cool, I'm still a demon because that man made me a demon. From the shadows, Backdrop just simply took a picture and sent it to the doctor. She was disappointed. She begged Frankie not to do anything, but she should have known. Frankie is Frankie. The bloodshed was over, but something was going on back at the prison. You see, someone had broken into the prison because they wanted answers, and the answers they got were not satisfying enough for them. You see, the them we are talking about is a new team of teen superheroes. Kind of like the Teen Titans of this universe. You see, they were questioning Brain Teaser because they wanted the truth. They wanted to know who really killed Insomniac. Brain Teaser was a G. He didn't talk, but that was his problem. Because these kids were literally kids. They didn't care. They nailed him to the wall. They needed the truth, and they were going to find it one way or another.